Hi guys, it's Linora. Welcome back to the channel and wishing you happy Chinese New Year. It is finally here. The celebration time when there are a lot of ang paos, lots of line dances, lots of firecrackers, lots of mandarin oranges, and then followed by pineapple tarts and peanut tarts and every kind of tart. And I feel like Chinese New Year is a little bit different from the other celebrations such as Christmas and New Year's. And the reason I say that is because Chinese New Year is 15 days long, which means you probably would be feeding non-stop for 15 days straight because you're going to be having different kinds of reunions. You're going to be seeing different kinds of people. You may be having work events. You're going to be enjoying, and there is nothing wrong with that. But we want to strategize. So I want to share you some tips that I use for myself to make sure I don't bloat too much or put on too much weight after the holiday period. But before that, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on my channel. And if you do like what you see here, you want to receive more information that is helpful for you, please subscribe and do click on that bell for notifications when a new video is out. With that, let's begin. 1. The first tip I'll give you is to schedule your cheat meals. I would always consider any kind of reunion dinner or food event with your friends and family members as a cheat meal. So if, say for example, you know that your cheat meal is going to happen during dinner time, then the other 2 meals in the day, if say you're having 3 meals, I'm going to make sure it is strict. I would usually opt for more veggies and proteins. And that way, when it comes to dinner time, it's not going to be so bad. Never have 2 bad meals back to back. And the other thing that you can try is to do something like a fast during the daytime. That way you're not going to go over and beyond on the calories for that day. So sometimes what I would do is I would opt for a little fast in the morning. Instead of having breakfast, I would have coffee and MCT oil. And then maybe I have 1 more meal followed by the big meal. See? So in that sense, I'm not overeating for that day. 2. Always aim to do your workout session before your feasting session. And the reason for that is so that you prep your body to receive all the extra fuel that you're going to be feeding it later on. An example of a workout that I would do is usually weight training. And just for fun, I may throw in a little bit of HIIT. But usually weight training is enough to kill me. So an example is either going to be a really heavy legs day or is going to be a full day program. An example that maybe you can try to next time before you go for your feast, I would do 3 supersets, which means there are 6 exercises and each exercise is going to be done between 10 to 12 reps. So superset 1, squats together with seated row. Superset 2, deadlift together with bent over row. And superset 3, hamstring curl together with pull-ups. And if you do all that 3 to 4 sets, trust me, you're gonna really get a good sweat and your body's gonna be like, feed me now. And that way, all the extra carbs that you're putting in is gonna go fuel back the muscles and be utilized properly. 3. Control your insulin sugar spike because during the holidays, you know that you're gonna be having all kinds of special sweets, tidbits, cakes, sugary drinks and whatnot, so prepare yourself. These are things that I would take before, during, and after. I would first of all always start with either fish oil or coconut oil, and then I would have on standby digestive enzymes like HCl. After eating clean for so long, sometimes your body may not be able to break down certain things because it just rejects it. So give your tummy a helping hand with the digestion process, and that's where HCl will come into the picture. The other thing that will help with your gut health during the festivities is to take probiotics. Even better if you can take it with prebiotics. And then to control the spike even more, magnesium and cinnamon powder are my best friends. Magnesium helps with a number of functions in your body, so I always recommend that. And then for cinnamon powder, it helps even more with the fat burn process. 4. Strategies where you are at the dining table. Get yourself a smaller plate. Usually for Chinese restaurants, there would be one, and if not, bring one for yourself. And the reason is because, well, for me, this is my psychology. If you take a smaller plate, you're gonna fill up with stuff, and then it's gonna seem like as if the plate is very full and you're eating a lot. But the truth is, because the plate is smaller, you're actually eating less. And if you want to go one step further with the whole plate thing, bring a red plate. Because psychologically, from what I read, when you use a red plate, red, other than the fact that it's Chinese New Year colors, it also symbolizes danger or warning, just like, you know, a traffic light. And that way when your eyes see red on the table, may go like, oh, it's a reminder to not overeat. I bet you never thought about that using red plates, huh? 5. Start with protein first before your big cheat meals. And the reason why is because when you eat protein first, your body is already going to be satisfied. It's going to be kept fuller for a longer period, and that will help you make better food decisions. Now I know for Chinese New Year, it's a little bit hard because when you go for a big course, there's not really much protein in sight. I get it. There's usually the little appetizers where it's like tofu or some processed meat, and then it's followed by shark's fin soup, which, by the way, you should not be taking shark's fin. It is wrong. You are harming the environment and you're killing off sharks. So avoid shark's fin soup at all costs. Besides, it's filled with starch. You don't need it in your body. Just saying. So usually what I would do is whatever kind of protein I see on the table first, I would take that. And it may seem a little bit weird, but I would usually wait until the chicken or the steam fish comes out, because I know that is going to be a good source of food that I'm going to need for my body. And then later on, the rice and all that will come out. But the other option is, you don't want to go that crazy, just eat in moderation with the entire course. For me personally, I would avoid the processed stuff, and I would try to avoid anything that is too starchy. You do the best that you can do. That is the main thing. 6. Here is my strategy when it comes to little treats, and that is not to hold the whole jar. Because when you're holding the whole jar of cookies or what have you, you're just going to be holding on to it and you're not going to let go. And after that, next thing you know, you've eaten the whole jar. What I would usually do is get a small plate and put a few of the treats on it. That way you get a taste. Go for tasting, not overindulging. Just for comparison's sake, I made this infographic years ago, and I still think it is a very handy graphic, especially for Chinese New Year. We may not always be aware of how these small little treats could just have so much calories in them. And while calories is not the end all and be all of life, but by taking a look at this infographic, it is going to make you mindful on how many treats you want to put either on your palm or on your plate. For example, peanut puffs, I love those. I won't be having more than 4 pieces because I don't want to overshoot my calorie count for the day. 7. Drink as much water as possible. Even better, pizzazz it up by putting in lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. I love these two because it helps with the digestive process in your body. And it also makes your water taste great. By drinking more water, you're going to feel full for a longer period. Remember to never mistake thirst for hunger and boredom. So make sure that you hydrate up. Besides, you're going to be going from one house to the next. You're going to be doing a lot of visitations. You're going to be talking a lot more. So that means you need to hydrate yourself. Plus, it's going to help you flush out all the extra toxins. And it's also going to avoid you from drinking sugary drinks when you visit someone's house, because usually they would serve you either a fruit juice or a packet drink, which you may not realize has tons of sugar. And after 6 houses of visitation, that's it. You've maybe taken it like, I don't know, 20 milligrams of sugar or something like that. 8. My last tip for you is to not beat yourself up. It's holiday period. You are meant to go and enjoy with your friends and family members. But the main thing I want to put out is to be aware of what you are eating. If you know that something's not going to work well for you, then don't have it. It is okay to say no. It is your body. For example, my house, we're going to be having a potluck and someone is bringing over KFC. And I know for a fact that as much as I like KFC, it is nice and delicious to eat, but my body is not going to react very well to it. In fact, I may probably get diarrhea, I'm probably going to bloat, and I'm not going to feel so good. What do? I just avoid it completely and have other things. So those are the strategies that I hope is going to help you not to overeat or put on weight for Chinese New Year. If you found this video helpful, please do subscribe to my channel. Do leave a comment below and click on the bell for notifications. Till then, this is Linora wishing you happy Chinese New Year, and there's still 15 days, so just be mindful and enjoy the festivities. Till then, may the gains be forever.